All right, buckle up, because the Nissan Stagea is what happens when a station wagon and a Skyline GT-R have a beautiful, slightly unhinged baby. At first glance, the Stagea looks like something your suburban neighbor would use to haul groceries, kids, and maybe an emotional support Labrador. It's long, it's boxy, it screams, "I respect cargo capacity." But here's the twist. Underneath that dad-on-a-Costco-run exterior lives the mechanical soul of a performance icon. This thing is basically a Skyline in sweatpants. Let's talk heritage. Depending on the generation, the Stagea shares platforms, drivetrains, and engines with the R33 and R34 Skylines. Yes, those Skylines. Some versions came with the legendary RB26 DETT twin-turbo engine and Nissan's Atessa all-wheel drive system. That means this wagon can launch like a supercar while carrying IKEA furniture and 3 disappointed teenagers in the back. Performance-wise, the Stagea is the ultimate sleeper. From the outside, nobody expects the family wagon to gap Mustangs at a stoplight. But then the turbos spool, the AWD hooks up, and suddenly you're explaining to a confused guy in a Camaro that he just lost a drag race to something that looks like it delivers newspapers. Handling, shockingly good for something shaped like a refrigerator. Thanks to the Skyline DNA, the suspension geometry and AWD system make it grip harder than your uncle, holding on to his conspiracy theories at Thanksgiving. It corners flat, it feels planted, and it inspires dangerous confidence in a vehicle that still technically qualifies as practical transportation. Inside, it's peak late 90s, early 2000s Nissan. You get enough buttons to launch a small satellite, gauges that look like they belong in a PlayStation racing game, and seats that are comfy enough for road trips, but sporty enough to remind you this is not just a wagon, it's a serious wagon. Some trims even had digital climate controls and navigation systems that now politely remind you how far technology has come. And let's not forget the cargo space. This thing can carry engines, wheels, toolboxes, camping gear, groceries, and still have room left for your dignity, something most sports cars can't promise. You could literally pick up a replacement turbo in the morning and install it in the afternoon without changing vehicles. Efficiency at its finest. Now, the looks. Is it beautiful? Not in the traditional sense. It's more charmingly aggressive, like a golden retriever that somehow learned MMA. The front end says Skyline, the back end says soccer practice, and together they say, "Don't underestimate me." In Western car culture, the Stagea occupies a legendary niche. It's the unicorn wagon. The car enthusiasts whisper about it meets, "Bro, that's got an RB26 in it." It's the vehicle that makes people rethink their life choices. Like, why did I buy a crossover when I could have had a turbo AWD missile with cup holders? Of course, ownership isn't all rainbows and boost pressure. It's a Japanese import. Parts can be tricky. Fuel economy is optimistic at best. And explaining to your insurance company what a Nissan Stagea 260 RS Autech version is might require diagrams and emotional support. But that's part of the charm. The Nissan Stagea is proof that practicality and performance can coexist. It's a family car that accidentally became a cult hero, a wagon that thinks it's a GT-R, a grocery getter with a quarter-mile addiction. In short, if Batman had kids and needed to buy milk, he wouldn't drive a minivan, he'd drive a Stagea. Pros: 1. Practical and fun, kind of like a mullet car. It's a wagon, which means tons of cargo room, fold-flat seats, and space for groceries and golf clubs. But some trims have turbocharged engines and AWD, so it's also fun in a way that most family haulers aren't. Think Volvo V70 meets Skyline DNA. 2. JDM cult status. Instant cred among enthusiasts. Western car people love quirky rare imports. Gray market Stages that dodge official US-EU distribution are like that weird indie band you claim you liked before they were cool. It's unique and that brings street cred. 3. Performance variants that surprise the pants off you. The RS4S with RB25 DET engine can be seriously quick. 0 to 62 miles per hour in about 6.5 seconds. That's way more oomph than you'd expect from a family wagon built in the 90s. 4. AWD means confidence in crappy weather. If you live where snow is a thing, Stagea's AWD adds grip and stability. It's like having a dog that also happens to be a rally co-driver. Weird, but reassuring. 5. Strong enthusiast community and mod potential. Fuel economy jokes aside, see cons. There's a robust fan base ready to help with swaps, tune-ups and conversions, including R34 Skyline front-end swaps. Cons. 1. Fuel economy. It drinks like your ex drinks coffee. Even stock Stages can be thirsty, especially with turbo engines. You'll see the fuel gauge go down faster than your interest in a Zoom call. 2. Parts and maintenance. Expect sticker shock. Since Stages weren't officially sold in many Western markets, parts can be expensive or hard to find. It's like trying to replace one sock from a Japanese sock vending machine. 3. Rust and age issues. Early models are old. Rust hides in mirrors, wheel arches, and your soul if you're not careful. That's a common import car hazard. 4. Weird quirks that Western cars don't have and don't tell you about in brochures. Some Stages have HICAS four-wheel steering. Neat in theory, annoying in practice if it fails. Some electrical gremlins and turbo maintenance needs also sneak up on owners. 5. Automatics are not that sporty. Manuals, especially in the RS4S, are rare and coveted. Most wagons came with slow-shifting automatics that will make your inner deer head grimace. 6. Looks, subjective at best. To some Western eyes, the Stagea can look like a boxy potato with ambition issues. Impressive engine, but practical looks, though aftermarket mods help with that. Think of the Nissan Stagea as a soccer mom wagon that can outrun your neighbor's sports car until you hit a gas station. That friend who's surprisingly cool once you get to know them, but also constantly expensive. A practical grocery getter by day, a surprise weekend warrior by night. Pros: practical wagon with legit performance potential, AWD confidence, and JDM rarity appeal. Parts and maintenance quirks, age-related issues, and looks that make some Western audiences shrug.